Previously on
My New Theory. With no players from the NFLPA allowed to sign with the Redskins, we leave you with this statement from Dan Snyder himself. This is all we got. In 1987, during the NFLPA strike, the great Washington Redskins were able to go on and win Super Bowl 22 with replacement players, scabs as they were called. We didn't need the NFLPA then, and we don't need them now. We are going to scour the earth and find the best football players that might not have had the opportunity to play here in the NFL, and we are going to compete for a Super Bowl championship. Hail to the Redskins. What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to episode 3 of The Replacements, as today we get to meet all of our starters and depth players on the defensive side of the ball. We've gone through a rigorous training camp and the tryouts, and we had some big names. We had some low-key, never heard of this guy before. Players from all around the world, different sports, different athletes, and I believe that myself and Dan Snyder have collected the finest group of talent that we're going to introduce to you guys here just in a second. But a quick recap from what happened last episode. We did establish our special teams unit. At punter, we're going with the big toe himself, Joey Julius. At kicker, we're going Donald De La Haye, better known as Destroying. And at kick returner from the CFL, we are going with Brandon Banks from the BC Lions. So that is our special teams unit. Brandon Banks also will act as the final wide receiver on a depth chart, but that's for another video because we will be breaking down the offense maybe Monday. I don't know yet, but the wait is killing me right now. Let me introduce to you one by one, starting from strong safety, going all the way to defensive end, the replacements defense. Starting first at strong safety, we have Taylor Mays, a 3-time All-American at USC, regarded as one of the freakiest college players of all time, as you can see by just terrifying combine stat. And just being a freak. He never really kind of put it all together here at the NFL level, became a journeyman, and now he is joining the replacements for one last attempt at NFL glory. Our second strong safety is Cody Pruitt, a 2013 All-American out of Ole Miss, 6'2", 217 with 12 career interceptions, 14 sacks, almost 300 total tackles, the leader of the famed Land Shark defense, went undrafted and has bounced around, finally getting his opportunity now in the NFL. At free safety, starting, we have Gerard Holloman, NCAA record-holding 14 interceptions in 2014, a draft pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but never really stuck around in the NFL. Struggled with some injuries, and we are very excited to be able to assign him from the National Arena League to join the replacements. At backup free safety, we have Chris Galen, a high school football star, went to the University of Illinois, but had to leave due to issues with then head coach Lovie Smith. Previously was working as a Chicago Bears security guard, now getting his opportunity at a once-in-a-lifetime dream in the NFL. Starting at cornerback, we have Lucius Purifoy, former Florida Gator cornerback, regarded as one of the best young corners in football, had some off-the-field issues and struggled to maintain a job in the NFL. Ended up going to the CFL and became one of the best lockdown corners in the Canadian Football League. Excelled during our tryouts. We're very excited to announce Purifoy has joined the replacements. Further outside starting corners, Ifo Ekpre Olomu, once a top cornerback prospect of the 2015 draft, a very serious ACL tear, completely knocked him off teams' draft boards, and just recently, after bouncing around the NFL, he announced he was making his comeback to the NFL, and the only team to give him an opportunity, the replacements. Staying at cornerback, we have Senquez Golston, a second-round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2015. Injuries derailed his career, but you gotta remember he had 10 interceptions as a senior with that Ole Miss Land Shark defense. Reuniting him and Cody Pruitt hopefully will work well for the replacements. Next up, we have primetime Larry Prince. Once a 5-star cornerback recruit out of high school, decided to go the baseball route. And after multiple torn rotator cuffs, he decided to retire and has been working as a UPS man. Showed up at tryouts, was electrifying, and we could not pass up the opportunity to offer him a job with the replacements. And then rounding out the secondary, we have Ramel Dockery, a very popular YouTuber, former defensive back and wide receiver at Oregon State, worked out for us at corner, looked very, very good, and got himself an opportunity in the NFL with the replacements. At outside linebacker, we have Solomon Eliminian, a one-time CFL MVP, two-time CFL Defensive Player of the Year, and a reputation as the hardest hitter in the league, never given an opportunity in the NFL, impressed during the workouts, and is now a member of the replacements. His backup will be Michael McKenzie, once a top Canadian college linebacker, ended up going into real estate versus the very low-paying salaries of the Canadian Football League. Impressed during workouts, showed great IQ, and he's now a member of the replacements. At starting middle linebacker, we have Alex Singleton, 2017 CFL Defensive Player of the Year, over 300 tackles in 3 CFL seasons. Originally signed a deal to become a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. That was nixed before he could sign a contract with the NFLPA to be the leader and heart and soul of the replacements defense. We also have Rolando McClain, former 5-star Alabama linebacker, selected 8th overall in the 2013 draft by Oakland Raiders. He's had huge off-field issues and has not played since the 2015 season with the Dallas Cowboys. Impressed during the workouts, and if he can get one last opportunity in the NFL, maybe he can make the most out of it. Finish up the linebacking core, we have J.J. Havell, former Syracuse standout, just never was able to find a spot playing football professionally once his career was finished. Ended up becoming an accountant, showed up at tryouts, had great tenacity, high football IQ, and we're bringing him on as a special teamer. Starting at outside linebacker, we have Willie Williams, who is known as the best high school linebacker to never play in the NFL. Had huge off-field issues, was a top recruit at Miami, bounced around at different universities, went to Louisville, and ultimately never had that opportunity in the NFL. Still showed elite quickness, and we're excited to have him here on the replacements. And his depth is going to be Alan Richmond. You might be saying, who the hell is that? It's Thad Castle. The actor that played Thad Castle has not been getting very many acting gigs lately, so still an athletic specimen, even as an actor, taking what he learned on set at Blue Mountain State, impressed during tryouts, and he's going to be a valuable special teamer and a very, very popular player. His jersey has already sold out.
Yeah, I feel bad because he sits around all day screwing himself with, oh yeah, I'm Sam Bradford and this is my pussy shoulder. Yeah. I heard Tim Tebow's a virgin. I've never heard of a virgin winning a trophy. I have more sex than probably his whole stupid Gator team. Hey, this is what we're doing to Tim Tebow. Oh yeah, Tim. Oh, you're a virgin.
Defensive end, we have I.K. Nekbali, NFL journeyman, most known for knocking out Geno Smith over $600. Still has been unable to find an NFL gig since 2017. Looked fresh, looked athletic during tryouts, and we're excited to have him here on the replacements. He'll be competing for snaps with Charleston Hughes, a CFL sack specialist, 3-time sack leader with 114 career sacks to his name, has never had an opportunity in the National Football League. Better believe the replacements are going to give this 35-year-old veteran a chance of glory. At defensive end, we also have Adebayo Akinfenwa, better known as the strongest player in soccer, in football, or in FIFA history. This jacked mammoth of a man is making the transition to American football, not as a kicker, but using his athletic traits as a defensive end, and will contribute on special teams. At defensive tackle, we have Amobe Okoye. In 2007 by the Houston Texans, who was selected 10th overall in the first round, becoming the youngest player ever drafted in the NFL. Became a little bit of a journeyman, went to the CFL in 2016, and after a life-threatening disease, he has stated to everyone that he wants to make an NFL comeback, and the replacements are making that possible. Also, at defensive tackle, we have Ronald Ollie, a star from Last Chance U Season 1. Remember? He had to go buy some books and pencils, and he came back to Miss Wagner's office and said, I bought some headphones, Miss Wagner. Went to Nicholls State as a defensive tackle, and in the 2019 draft, already declared supplemental before he could sign with the NFLPA. The replacements made sure that we signed Ronald Ollie. At depth at defensive tackle, we have Buster Brownce, a high school football star, but got in trouble and lost all of his scholarships. What that was, he would not tell us, but we did find out his last employment was working as a bouncer for Kendrick Lamar. His brother will also play on the offensive side as a guard, but Brownce fills out some much needed depth and is a massive, massive individual. And filling out our defensive tackle depth, we have Ray Ford, who is a Washington Redskins season ticket holder, former power lifter trying to become the Vincent Papale of the replacement series. Right now, he's not very good, but he was good enough and showed the heart and effort that we were looking for in our replacement players to fill out the depth chart. At backup defensive end, we have Alton Voss, who had 14 sacks in 2018 in the German Football League, former USF recruit, most notably right now as being the crack addict that lost his scholarship to play Division I. Able to reinvent himself in the German Football League, we think he might have a high upside and worth a spot on the replacements roster. And finishing up the defense with team captain, we have Sean Oakman, former star Baylor defensive end who has struggled with off-the-field issues and has never been able to put it together for an NFL run. An athletic freak of nature, we firmly believe that if he can put it all together, he has a chance to be a superstar in the National Football League. We signed him from an indoor football roster, and to quote Dan Snyder right after Sean Oakman's workout, "That dude a freak." So there you have it, guys. That is the defense as of right now entering the preseason for the replacements. Is there anybody that you thought did not get a fair opportunity, did not get invited to the tryouts as we go through the preseason? There may be more additional tryouts to come, but we feel very, very confident with this being our opening day defense. So I hope you guys did enjoy this unveiling. Maybe tomorrow, let's be honest, if Philly wins tonight, I'll probably be in a good mood to go out and record it. Maybe tomorrow we will debut all of your starting preseason. You always got to put an asterisk because you never know when a new face is going to show up. But the starting preseason offense for the replacement so that later next week we can jump full force into the series. So I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed, and leave a comment in the comment section below with any input. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game like who are you stopping? Not me.